Good afternoon, all. Thank you for joining our today's webinar on best way to review your PCB designs. I'm Saira, uh, working as team lead EDA here at GSAS Systems, Bangalore. We are the authorized distributor for the Altium products in India. And if you have any questions or queries during the presentation and during the demonstration, please type your questions in the chat. We can have a Q&A at the end of the session. Now, let us get started. Today's our agenda. What needs a review and who to review with, and how do we communicate this review via email, chat, in person, and what if you use cloud, Altium Designer and Altium 365 approach, followed by demo and Q&A. Let's first talk about the what needs to be reviewed from schematic side. Number one on our list is design and reliability. We want to take a look on how our schematics are laid out. A good schematic is one that can be easily followed by anyone looking at your design. And we want to make sure that we have selected the right individual components for our project. The operation of our project depends on the individual components used. So it's important to check those. There is a suitability for device testing. In addition to how well our devices operates, we need to check to see if we have the necessary jumpers for firmware, debugging and testing included. Do all control circuits have test points? Fourthly, we need to check compatibility of our components and modules with other components to the pinodes of connectors, interface, supply voltage, and so on match. Fifth one on our list is availability. Can we obtain our parts and do we have backups? Lastly, we want to check for random mistakes such as misprints, incorrect connections, bad component values, and anything else we can find. Now, when it comes to the PCB, we need to check component placement, routing, design, and lastly, manufacturability and testability. Let's quickly talk about each of these. We also design. We also want to check our physical design to make sure it works for our overall product design. Does it fit our exclosure? And the PCB does exist in a vacuum. It's part of a design for which there are a number of requirements and specifications. Component placement is the most important stage in the development of a group of components. It's the basic on which your board topology is built. Mistakes at this stage can be seen to be the most insidious. If you make poor choosing here, then it can continue to plague you throughout the design process and you will end up doing much more work than you needed. You need to keep an eye out for it. The placement of connectors for external connections, placement of thermal loaded components, placement of high-speed interfaces, location of sensitive analog circuits, and more. When we talk about routing, routing includes all aspects simultaneously and always require careful verification and coordination. Routing affects the device stability, the quality of high-speed signals, and power circuits, the resistance to adverse electromagnetic environment, user safety, and so on. Last but not the least, manufacturability and testability. You should check if your footprints were made correctly. Does the component placement match the production environment? Are the connectors suitable for firmware and debugging? If the location of test points consists with test technology used, and how Let us have a look how we are, reviewing the designs. In general, we can define three ways: verbally, in writing, and electronically. Verbally, we can talk to the designer directly and talk about the project. The advantage of approach is speed and the convenience of having an in-person discussion. However, there are some disadvantages. Most often, it will be a superficial check. It is not possible to save the history of discussions. It is difficult or impossible to trace that result, and such communication is only possible in a face-to-face format. On a paper, when you print the document on paper and give it to a person to check, the advantages are there you get the deeper information and it is easier to make notes, comments, and so on. The disadvantages are that there is a history and no traceability, and you need the paper document itself electronically. On the positive sides, files can be transferred remotely for review, and it is possible to review the project in detail, including files. On the negative side, the viewer needs access to the software to view the files. There is no history and traceability. And there is no unified approach for making notes. Of course, it is possible to combine these approaches and apply some additional features to improve the process. Then, what would be the best way to review? The best way to review, I think we could have remote access to the project files leading review. It would be great if you could include all different teams and project stakeholders in our review process, where you can have all these options will be coming into picture when you have all the stakeholders have the access. Then how we can able to use Altium 365 to overcome the challenges what we had discussed earlier. Well, with Altium 365, you are able to do all those things we just spoke about. With Altium 365, anyone with permission can access the design and leave the detailed comments by using the browser. There is no need of access to software. To the point of remote access, Altium 365 is a secure cloud platform for storing and managing Altium business product data. All tools are available online anytime and form of anywhere, where we can able to only review. Editing is not possible in the Altium 365 cloud. I mean in the browser. The second one is ability to connect different specialists to the process. In the comments, you can tag your colleagues. You will then be notified by email with the link to design in the Altium 365, where they can start to mark up the design and leave a comment. As seen in the images, you can able to do the comment, and you can even assign the particular comment to the particular person to look into it. He will be notified with an email with the comment. When you comment to Altium 365 workspace, then the task panel appears right within the Altium Designer. It has tools to add and track comments. Comments themselves are displayed directly in the document, where you have the ability to link the various objects in the document and also have the ability to draw by hand. As seen here in the image on the right hand side, you can have the comment, and also you can use a free drawing tool to highlight the your query or your which you want to highlight. Fourth, making notes and comments without editing a schematic document. Comments are stored on the Altium 365 server and do not change the project files themselves. They work as an additional layer on top of the files. Once you add the comment, it will be stored in the Altium 365 without disturbing the design file. And we can even export these comments, which I have explained. The fifth point of our list, access the files both inside and outside the Altium Designer. You don't have to have the Altium Designer to access files and leave comments. Interface for working with comments is available both from Altium Designer within the comments and task panel, And from Altium 365 web interface, both interfaces are equivalent in their capabilities. That is, comments can be made both from Altium Designer and simply in a web browser when there is no access to the program. And the sixth one in our list is the traceability. Comments added to the project documents are maintained throughout the life of the project, in addition to being linked to specific objects or document locations. Comments store date, time, and the authorization. And last, the seventh point, an option for discussion. This option is implemented in the form of response to comments and mention other users in the comment text. Now let's go into the demo, how we can able to review the files, how we can comment and how we can see the comments and how we can export the comments into the as report. We'll just have a look with the help of Altium Designer. Yes, now I hope you are able to see my screen. Altium Designer I have opened. And see here, I have connected to the Altium 365 workspace. Here I have the workspace connected, and I have a project have available in the workspace, which is USB dongle, Bluetooth dongle. And here I have the schematics, and here I have the PCB. And during the last webinars, we discussed about this clean tick mark, good denotes this project is under version control. If I open the PCB, sorry, schematic, and I can open the PCB, this is a PCB. And this is a two-dimensional mode. This is a four-layer board. We have four layers here. Now it's in 2D. When I press 3, it's in three-dimensional mode. Here I can able to rotate the PCB 3D. I can able to see the board in different views. And if you take a look at the discussion about the comments and other reviews we discussed, to access the comments panel in Altium, just go to panels and just go to comments and tasks. See here, there is a comment has done by me by a different email ID. I just mentioned, let us say, this is the reviewer. This reviewer mentioned a comment at 21 minutes back, and this is the project file name, and you can see the if you click on this, it will highlight the location where it has been marked. And if you see here that this green mark having priority has been assigned it as a medium, and we have the process task list here. It's mentioned to do the process. Now I just mention the comment. Uh, let's say, let me first update that value. Later on, I just here the comment dimension is made it to 22 PF as of um, C3, which will be up to 22 farad I have updated. Now I just mentioned to my colleague that I have updated value. Okay, I just if I want I can again mention at the rate and I can able to assign it to the person like this. If you pick at the rate like how you do when you are sharing the emails, the same way if you click on at the rate you will able to mention that particular colleague you can assign. And once I have updated, I just mark it as a result and see it's been completed. Now it's been not shown. Why? Because I have marked it as a result. If you go to the comments panel here also, it won't be shown. And if you want to comment here, just click on comment and just place the uh, left click and you can able to comment and you can able to assign the specific people. And also we have another option for filter. You can able to filter the comments based on the people we have in the list. And this is helps you to hide and unhide the comments, and this is a setting symbol which will show the say suppose if I and unselect this, it is showing the all the comments. See, like this, you can able to hide and unhide this one. If I check this, it will show the resolved one. It will only show the unresolved ones, and you can enable the notification settings and also having the expert comments. If you want to show only the current project unresolved comments, it will be showing like this. From here, we have to manage the comments like this. Like this, you can able to comment back to your reviewer who given a comment to change the values or do some corrections. In a similar way, we can also give some kind of request, some kind of comments back from Altium to a reviewer. Okay, from Altium itself. If you take a close look, just close look at the design here, and we notice here this ground is being pointing towards up, which need to be facing down as per the uh, design. Here we follow like ground should be facing down, and the VCC and the power needs to be facing up. Here I want to give a suggestion to my reviewer or to a other person who is reviewing the design. In this scenario, how I can place a comment? Yes, it's simple. Like I showed, just go to this panel and click on comment and select the object you want to comment. Uh, uh, Please review this ground port. I just want to mention this, and here I would like to assign to any particular people. I like to assign to my manager who is in this email ID. I want to assign this to him and just mention him, assign this task to the person, and I can even uh, draw the some kind of um, information to represent this particular thing and escape to exit and then click on post. Once I click on post, it's been assigned to my manager to review this. And once he's been assigned, he will be notified with an email. Let us open that person email where he will be uh, sharing this information. I don't think he's been getting. If I go to this Altium 365 login, I think I have already shared. That's the reason it's been not showing. If I go to the project and uh, just a second, something went wrong. We have given this person. Yes, yes, yes. This what need to become. I think we have assigned somehow it got missed. This is the where if the project is not been shared with the particular person, if you are assigning him to review, it will ask us to share this project, and you can able to specify him the viewer edit axis. Just I want to only view and click on share. If you want to specify any note, you can able to specify it and click on share. He will be notified with an email. Now let us go to the his email. Yes. See, now he is being notified with an email that me has shared a project for a review purpose. I just click on open in Altium 365 and I can go to the tasks and I can see here this is a task has been assigned to me, and there is a one task has been get resolved. If I go to the design and if I see here the comment has been highlighted and it is showing to me to review the design. Okay, if I click on the original snapshot, it will show the original snapshot like this. And if I want to open in a bigger window, I can even open the bigger window like this. And once I just say, yes, please uh, rotate the ground facing down. Okay, okay, just say reply, and this will be updated back in the Altium designer in no time. See, yeah, yes, please rotate the ground port facing down. Now what I will do, I'll just go here and I'll just rotate it down and I just done. And I just say resolved finish. Like this, we can communicate with your reviewer or your manager in the real time with the help of the comments. And also we can do some kind of suggestions as well. Like here we have some few LEDs. Suppose say we have red and green LEDs. You want a suggestion from your manager to interchange these two LEDs. Then in that scenario, you can go and place a comment. Uh, just need to let me uh, yes, need to interchange. Okay, and you can assign the person, let me assign to me itself, and you put a this kind of arrow for easy representation, and then escape and then post it. Okay, this particular command has been assigned to myself. Now, let us go ahead and see how we can able to see the same design in the browser. Let me close it off, this one, which is of my manager. I want to open the design in the Altium 55, how we can, a person can review the PCB. Let me show like this thing. This is being I think this has been popping up. Let me open my email so that it will open here itself. Yes, I need here to be open because this is my master browser. See here, this is the how design looks when we open, and we have the PCB file and schematic file. If you select it, you can able to get cross probed here, and you can see the all the information in the 3D. You can able to see the design and the bill of material, and it will also highlight the component where it is in the BOM. And if you take a close look at the tasks, here we have a two tasks has been resolved, and this project has been collaboration with two people, and this is the one task assigned to me. If you want, I can able to change the process by moving that from in progress to resolved. And you can go to the history, you can able to see the all history of this project where it has been created. And if you take a close look at the PCB here, we have now we need to review here the PCB, how we can able to review the PCB in the uh, browser. We can see now we have the layer tab here. We can able to on and off the layers from here. Suppose if I don't want to use the layer 1, layer 2, and if I don't want to use the other layers, I can able to disable. And this how the board looks like. And now I want to review the PCB in the browser itself, and I just take a close look at the design, and I found here there is a trace is being not routed in connected to this antenna. I just want to make a comment so that my designer will be getting alert and he will complete the process. Let's click on comment and select the location where you want to comment. And here R1 uh, at 2 is not connected. Uh, like this, we can have a comment added and click a post, and it will be notified to the particular person whom you have assigned. And also, we want to have some close look at the other information. And here, if you select any net or any track or any component on the PCB in Altium 365 browser, it will be showing the all the properties, net information, width, what layer it is there on, and the location. If you take a close look at here, it is a net is C1 underscore 1, and the length also it is showing it is around 5.495 mm. When you want to see a net length of a DDR RAM's net, if you want to say length, you can easily be shown, and width and location and the layer. It's very easy and convenient way to review your designs with the help of this Altium 55. And let us say if it's supposed to be 0.5 mm and it is routed with 0.2 mm, and you want to give some inputs to your layout engineer to change the width to 0.5 mm. Just simple, just go here and let's say comment and just click post. Like this, you can able to simply assign the comments. And also we just take again close look at the some other things. Yes, and if you take a close look here, see this R I think R9 and C18, this silk screen has got overlap. I would like to hear the comment the same. Just I'll mention here the C18 and R9 silk screen is overlap. I just mentioned this comment and I just click post. I'm sorry, this says some just update. Like this, you can easily update it. If I click on this three dots here, we have option. We can able to convert to task, or you can able to edit, or you can able to delete, or you can able to copy the link, and if you want to share with anybody, you can able to share it. Okay, now let us go back to the Altium designer, and let's see how these comments are shown and how we can able to export the comments as a report as we have discussed. Now I'm in Altium Designer, and if I go to these panels and say the same comments and tasks, I could see all the comments which are being placed on the particular document. If I click on the particular comment, no need to open the file. The tool will automatically open the particular document with the location highlighted. Like this, you're able to see the comments. And the beautiful thing here in Altium 365 is the comments what and all we have mentioned, we can able to easily export in the form of uh, PDF and for all time. And I just mentioned original design screenshots and just click on export, and you keep the location where you want to keep and just say save and okay. Now if I go to the yes, automatically that PDF got open, and see these this comment, the first comment has been placed on this LED and on this ground, and we have a comment placed on capacitor, you can see the timestamp, who is the author and result, and you can also see who is the author. You can see the clear history of the tasks, comments we have assigned, and the status. We can able to clearly export to PDF, which will have a clear track of your design changes. This is all about the how you can review your designs with help of the Altium 365 cloud platform. And to summarize this, we have showcased you how you can comment on the particular place where you want to do suggestions, how you can assign, and how you can review the same in the Altium 365 browser, and how we can export the comments, and how we can use the same for the traceability. This is all about uh, the best way to review your PCB designs webinar. Now